Before Come Sail Away, Renegade, and Mr. Roboto made them one of the most iconic rock bands in the world, Styx was just a group of ambitious Chicago musicians struggling to find a name that stood out. Their music was big, theatrical, and emotional, but in their early days, the name didn't match the sound. The story of how they became Styx is a mix of mythology, chance, and the kind of irony only rock history could deliver. In the late 1960s, twin brothers Chuck and John Penoso joined forces with their childhood friend Dennis DeYoung, to form a band while still in high school. Originally known as the Tradewinds, they began playing local gigs and school dances around Chicago, performing covers of pop and rock hits. But as their popularity grew, they discovered that another band already had rights to that name. So they changed it to TW4, an abbreviation for Tradewinds 4, when guitarist James Young joined the lineup. Still, the group felt the name didn't capture their evolving sound, which was becoming more ambitious and theatrical, blending progressive rock, classical influences, and hard rock energy. When they landed their first recording deal with Wooden Nickel Records in 1972, the label told them they needed a better name, something original and memorable, before the album could be released. The band sat together, brainstorming endlessly, surrounded by crumpled pieces of paper covered with terrible ideas. They were under pressure, running out of time, and everything they came up with either sounded cliché or was already taken. Finally, Dennis DeYoung, flipping through mythology references, came across the name Styx. In Greek mythology, the river Styx is the dark boundary between Earth and the underworld, a river that the souls of the dead must cross to reach Hades. It's mysterious, symbolic, and powerful. DeYoung proposed it half-jokingly, thinking it might sound too morbid. But the others agreed. It was short, dramatic, and had a certain magic to it. More importantly, it was a name that no other band dared to use. Ironically, they didn't pick Styx because of deep symbolic intent. It was simply the only name everyone could agree on. In interviews, DeYoung later admitted that it wasn't necessarily his favorite choice, but it worked. The name carried weight, intrigue, and mystique, all of which fit the band's theatrical, concept-driven sound. The imagery of crossing between worlds mirrored their music, songs that shifted between hard rock, fantasy, and spirituality. When Styx released their early albums in the 1970s, the name quickly became inseparable from their identity. Fans loved the mythic aura it suggested. By the time hits like Lady, Loreley, and Crystal Ball took off, the band had cemented the Styx name as a symbol of classic rock grandeur. What began as a last-minute choice had become one of the most recognizable names in rock history. The name Styx carries a duality that perfectly mirrors the band's legacy: beauty and darkness, grandeur and grit, melody and power. It's timeless, evocative, and perfectly suited to a band whose music crossed boundaries between rock, pop, and the theatrical. Whether they intended it or not, Styx chose a name that captured the very essence of their sound, a crossing between worlds, both musical and mythical.